Bismillah. Of course, in Aspiration, my name is Yasser Sagaf, and I'm really very happy to be here with you. What our aspirations and the experience, success is not only a destination, but it is a journey full of challenges, a journey full of difference. Here in Aspiration platform, we will talk about some success stories that people transformed ideas to success stories. We will discover more about this platform, and we will discuss how they achieved it and what is the future for now. Again, I hope that you can hear me in any time, or in any time that you lost my voice. Please stop me or interrupt me, and everything will be okay. For the next few hours. The first session is a snapshot, the Saudis' favorite platform and its role in shaping the media landscape. Since we are in the Saudi Media Forum, the speakers, Mr. Abdulrahman, and he is the general manager of a Snap company in KSA, Abdullah Al Hamadi, and Mr. Saadun Al-Awamri, and he is a writer in Riyadh newspaper. Thank you so much. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most gracious. So the session, session. I think that we need some speakers for interpreters, for keynote speakers, so we can hear you. Because sometimes these technical issues might make a challenge for us. Allow or give us 1 minute. You are more than welcome here. Can you hear me again? Please, welcome. This is, I have been as an radio program presenter for 12 years. This is the first time I present without hearing myself, so it feels odd for me. It is like also a different experience, but I hope that it will be fruitful, and we will have interactive session. I don't hear you and you cannot hear me, but we will bring the speakers or the headsets. We started 5 minutes earlier, so as a matter of respect for you, so we will start at 12:45. How do you do? How are you? Since no one can hear me, or I can't hear my voice. So أنا لاني حاطط ترجمة. This is interpretation. So yes, you can hear me. Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me in English? Can you hear me in English? Okay. Is the Saudi favorite platform and its role in the media landscape now. Snapchat really is the most important. Do you agree with me that the Snapchat presents a great idea to content creation and idea? So we will talk about how Snapchat managed to be a main platform in the Saudi media and in the Saudi community. And Mr. Abdullah Al Hamadi will talk about more about the daily usage of Snapchat, how these brands and media persons, how we can benefit from the advantages of Snapchat, so we can target the audience and reach the audience. Dr. Or Mr. Abdullah Al Hamadi, he is the general manager of the Snap company in KSA, and regarding to the digital content and consuming news, Saadun Al Awamri, writer in a Riyadh newspaper, and he's there in order to understand and analyze my main question, and we will open the floor for interactive session, and it is an open-ended question for everyone, and hopefully we will come up with an added value. There are some media people, some academic, some students. All of them are community, and the Snapchat is a part and parcel of the Saudi community, and how Riyadh newspaper managed to have as a presentation in Snapchat. How the idea started as Riyadh newspaper to be part on the Snapchat platform. How the idea started as a new way to communicate with people. I know that it is not a paper newspaper. It is soft and electronic in use and navigate internet. So a Riyadh newspaper and the Snapchat managed to establish a strong relationship. Why they established this Snapchat, why it is important, and how Snapchat managed a Riyadh newspaper to target a new audience. I am really very happy to be here at the beginning. I would like to extend my existence and appreciation for Riyadh newspaper for open their presence in Snapchat or social media. Maybe it is like a random thing. Of course, we need a lot of bureaucratic issues in new companies. It is really very difficult to build a new presence on a digital platform. So Riyadh newspaper, what it did, they challenged themselves regarding to the content, and also they created a new present, which is a Snap Riyadh on Snapchat platform, and they started to use the Snapchat in order to reach or target the audience. Of course, I cannot thank Riyadh newspaper enough. But now, Mr. Sadoun. Can you hear me? Good. Mic, please. Mic, please. So do you think that KSA considered one of the most or the most using of Snapchat? Do you think that it is real? Is it really that more than 90% of Saudis use Snapchat? Yes, it is real. But let's frame it so we can understand it better. When Bobby and Effin proposed Snapchat and he created this platform, the idea of this platform is to create a platform in order to help communication. Once Snapchat started to increase, a lot of social media platforms focus on having pages and have the maximum number of likes, friends, and reach also. Snapchat brought a new perspective. No, I want you to find a platform that you can communicate, and it will not be an archive, so it will disappear. The content that you post or put. It was a crazy idea. Yes, I will build the content and it will disappear suddenly. It was a crazy idea. So when we end this session, we will forget, but we will remember the feeling brought by Snapchat. This is the main idea of the Snapchat, and we found a lot of agreement. It's like you are talking about more than 25 million Saudi snappers or Snapchat users. It is a huge percentage. But the usage is not only about facts and figures. You talk about how they use it, how many hours. So they open the app on average 50 times per day. But for normal users, 25. So the Saudi users use like average 70 minutes per day. The international users less than 70 minutes per day. So who said about 50%? Who opens the snap more than 50 days, 50 times per day? And you have time here to be with us. Good, Dr. Abdullah. Now we'll go to the question for Riyadh newspaper. Saudun, please, the floor is yours. Yes, I can hear you sounding clear. And sorry, I'm sorry, I have been ill for 2 days. I am very happy to be part of the Saudi Media Forum. Saudi Media Forum, it's the same. For the sake of the terminology, Saudi Media Forum, we know that technical advancement and the accelerated digital transformation in Saudi Arabia. And we always rely on content media creation in Snapchat. Especially, we have an amazing experience as a Riyadh newspaper with Snapchat. We worked on specific whereases in order to achieve presidential success, and we will continue. But the most important thing that when we talk about accelerated technical advancement in Saudi Arabia, a lot of challenges have been tackled and addressed, and we tried to solve them in different methodologies and avenues. Thanks God, we managed to solve most of the problems, but there is a margin for improvement. Snapchat experience with Riyadh newspaper was piloting. So we strongly believe that the accelerated advancement in social media platforms, they are in the peak of the spread. In Riyadh newspaper, we thought that we will open an account on newspaper, and most of Saudis have accounts on Snapchat, so we can reach out the audience, and we can spread our news in a professional, direct, accurate way. So we thought that we will benefit from the most experience to provide good content, and we achieved striding effects. How social media platforms, especially platform in accelerating to reach the target audience who follow the social media news. Most of you today or nowadays, you and I and everyone search the news on social media. Do you think that the Snapchat was a piloting platform? You created this partnership with Snapchat platform. So the receiver of information will have such news, and not only platforms in newspaper. I think that Snapchat is not only written; it is visual and audio digital platform. Do you think that really social media managed to reach out people mainly through Snapchat? I'm talking about political news and the content of written newspapers. Let me paraphrase the question again. how social media helped you to reach the the users, especially in the political news. So I think that in Snapchat, no one can deny that the pressure because of work, because of daily life. I don't have enough time to follow TV newspaper or TV channel or read a newspaper. It is boring because you have to decide when you want to create content or read the content. Snapchat provided this advantage. So if for example, I am between a meeting or there is a back-to-back meeting and I don't have enough time, I navigate this platform. Of course, if you provide this space to discuss that kind of content, of course it will fit into their daily life. If you want to see the news from 5 to 5, and that's it. There's no other chance to look at the news, but the platform give you a different timing. Is there any strategy implemented by newspapers so they can attract the content users? Do you use, for example, controversial headlines? Of course, the last impression or the last image attract the audience. Do you think that a new Riyadh newspaper does such thing in order to attract the audience of Snapchat? How you attract audience? So the new media industry needs a lot of tricks and professionalism. In a Riyadh newspaper, we worked on the quality of images and also try to make the headlines brief and accurate, direct to the point, and also to be fast and respond and try to cover news as fast as possible, and also we try to be controversial, of course, but not to exceed the red lines. And also we need to have like a presence always. Of course, there are some pilot or a climax. A lot of things in Snapchat. I think that by practice and experience, you will find some tricks in the platform. Digital media changed our vision. So it is now knowledge. Let's say, for example, if I posted a post on Snapchat, how many views, how many females, how many males viewed it. So based on that, I can analyze the data and build a strategy. The journey of experience and learning, now it is a must. So a Riyadh newspaper, the way they used the tools, the harnessed the tools in order to build a specific strategy, especially in the digital world. It will not be a 1 or 2 year strategy. It might be weekly or monthly strategy. Maybe continuity, sustainability are factors to be taken into consideration in order to be on the top of the news, so you can benefit a lot. Another issue that in Snapchat, after 2 months we will be having 2 years of experience. You are talking about 1 year and 10 months. No, or we posted a lot of news daily, even in our weekends. Mr. Abdullah Al Hamadi mentioned that you need to target the age groups. You need to know the peak. You know the type of audience. In Snap Riyadh, the number of views now 500 or 600 persons. Now you are talking about the views or observers. 400,000 viewers or observers regarding to the news. So it jumped from 500 to 400,000. So it is like the direct interaction between Riyadh newspaper and the audience. So whatever you post, the audience will see it directly. You need to respect the audience. You need to post meaningful news for the sake of time. How for the documentation or have official documentation of accounts. So do you think that it increased the credibility of Riyadh? Of course, the name itself is a sign of credibility, but for the star that document or authentic, make the Snap account is authentic. The idea of authenticity is really very difficult for Snapchat, but the reason as a platform, when I provide a digital platform, safe digital platform, and your content will enrich your life, this will put a lot of pressure on my shoulders, because Snapchat will be responsible of providing content. Of course, for the AI engine, give you a recommendation. Of course, prefers the authentic accounts or authenticity, because we know now that a Riyadh newspaper Snapchat account provides a lot of meaningful content. Maybe on the opposite of other platforms, there is a team who observe or control the content daily or follow up. Of course, sometimes if our partners don't follow our compliance, we will withdraw the authenticity. How? Let's say, for example, a media organization such as a Riyadh newspaper improve their performance. We can hear from Sa'adoun Al-Awamiri and Mr. Abdullah Al-Hamadi how you can keep on touch and keep improving. If I am a media organization, I need to focus on three issues: the users, how they use the Snapchat platform. When you said 25 million, open the Snapchat for 50 times, so you have 3 seconds to attract attention of the users. The second issue, you need to understand the pros and cons of Snapchat. There is saved stories. There is highlights. If you use one feature of it, you will not maximize the benefit. The third factor, you need to understand how the Snapchat platform process our content. So the AI propose the content, we look at the quality and the way the users interact. Then the AI will propose based on the processing of data. So the more knowledge we have, the better presence you will have. In Riyadh newspaper, we benefited from Snapchat interaction and the Snapchat recommendation. There are some observations and information that we have benefited from and we improved. But when you target or when you use attracted picture or image within 3 seconds or 1 minute, if you are not convincing enough, the user will go away. The time of posting, the way of posting, I think that the Snapchat platform is a demand or desired by Saudis, and I hope that we will be able to meet the desires of audience. But in order to be improved, we need to keep in touch with the accelerated change. The future now, the future of media. I think. Do you think that maybe the huge amount of non-meaningful content. I cannot say non-meaningful because what is good for you will not be good for others. So it is just good content in some ways. Do you think that if it is too much, do you think that it covers the presence of media organizations? The way of processing data and content is different and is taking or is changing in a way or another. Maybe, for example, there is a copied or shared content from different channels. No, the amount of content will not affect the presence of media organization, but it will affect, for example, the exposure. If, for example, I see the content of a Riyadi newspaper as meaningful content, of course they will have the lion's share of spread in social media. No one can deny that. I will ask you a direct question. Sorry for my interruption. How, as a media organization and a content creator on Snapchat, how you try to stop the too much non-meaningful content, how you can create a balance, and also how to increase the reach. Of course, you need to be fully aware about what is going on all the day, going on the newspapers, every post, and the hot news or hotlines. You need to be fully aware about it so you can choose the extraordinary content. Thanks God, based on the percentages and statistics we know, like Riyadi newspaper is one of the most or the best accounts on Snapchat. Do you try to take or quote from different contents from social media, most of media content is the same, most of it, because we cannot create or reinvent the wheel. We cannot create non-existent news, but the way you present the news, the way you tackle the news. I'm sorry, I am ill. I have hypertension. Thank you so much. I will end because we have so many back-to-back sessions. Now, do you think that this yellow line will make a difference? The yellow line, and do you think that this will attract Snapchatters or based on algorithm. Does this help? The algorithm is self-learning. If it is not meaningful content, I will not open it again. So I will not see it again. If I put attractive image, it might be beneficial at the beginning, but once they open it and see it, after a while, the AI engine will understand that it is not meaningful. This yellow line, they always use it as Snapchat users. The yellow line. I think that it is a secret of being in the Explore. So why yellow? Because it attracts the eyes. When you see the yellow, you didn't give me a right answer. You didn't give me a direct answer, Mr. Abdullah Al-Hamadi. But the reach will depend on the content itself. Thank you so much for your attentive listening, Dr. Abdullah, Mr. Saadoun, and I hope that this session will enrich our knowledge and experience as content creators or as social media users, and a Riyadh newspaper experience with the Snapchat.